Good morning, welcome back to Adri's Farmhouse Kitchen. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. I've just made myself a cup of coffee. I've got my coffee creamer in it, powdered goat's milk, condensed milk and vanilla extract, and I've got the kettle on. I'm gonna make some tea. I'm gonna make some lemon tea and matcha tea with a freeze-dried, I'm using up the freeze-dried lemon and oranges. Also, I'm gonna make a start on making bread. So what I need to do first to measure out some ingredients. I wanna use up this pearl barley from this barrel so I can fill my barrel with the wheat what I have brought from Amazon. Wheat grain, organic wheat grain. This one's origin from United Kingdom, 2.5 kilograms. I just need a dish. I'm just gonna use this, zero it out, and then let's go with, last time I've used the grain mill. We're gonna use the grain mill to mill this grain, wheat grain. The bread turned out really like a really dark brown bread. Dark brown bread. Still tired. But let's see how it goes. Right. I probably go with about 150 grams of barley and 150 grams of wheat. And then the 200 grams, we're gonna use the white bread flour. $300. I'm going to add 200 grams of shop bought bread flour. Okay, I'm going to measure out the rock salt, 15 grams. About 100 grams. And now we need 300 grams of lukewarm water. Is ready, so I'm going to make the tea. to mix the flour and the water. Start with half. I'm going to add the starter. Mix this for 10 minutes. While the dough is mixing, stop it, lovely. I'm going to feed my sourdough starter, so as you can see it's not much in there, but what I'm gonna do, I've got some lukewarm water here, so I'm adding about a double of the amount of the water. I'm just eyeballing this, what sourdough starter is in there. Give it a good mix. And I'm going to add about 4 times the flour. Or at least 3. Until we get like a thick paste texture. Checking the clock for the 10 minutes kneading. It's becoming nice and thick now. I think that might be enough actually. Yeah, that's enough now. We won't put any more than this. Good mix, and that goes back by the auger. start, this garlic oil needs to be used up. Scraping down the sides, pushing it in the middle. Now I'm gonna oil this bowl and my hands, and we're gonna take that dough out and place it to this glass bowl. Try to remove as much as possible. Just using my hands, nails, fingers, and just make a ball and just oil all sides. And I'm going to cover this with shower cap, and probably I'm going to leave it to it for the rest of the day. Every couple of hours I perhaps come back and do stretch and fold about 3 times. We have got a lot more potting on to do. I mean, I have got that peppermint chard I forgot when I was doing a potting on yesterday. The sunset chard with the yellow stem. I'm sure I said that like, oh, I wish I can have like with purple or orange stem. And I have with purple stem because the peppermint's got an orange stem. It's nicely visible now. So that's good. Also, we've got some more kale. So every morning you need to really babysit these plants. If it's dry, it needs some water. And because it's my homemade compost, so I already need to weed the weeds. I don't want the weed to establish root system. So we take the weed out, or what we don't need. But these are now flopping all over the place. My little baby is still asleep. Can you see? This one is called Jordan Ivory. I'm taking these out, don't need these. So I'm just gonna, when I'm going to put this on, I'm going to put on up to right here. So I'm gonna, most of the stem, it's gonna be in a compost. So we've got plenty kale in here. We can take this out. So what I usually do, I have like a tray. And everything what needs to go out, I'm just going to put this in this tray. So let's see what we can take out. It definitely needs attention. The purple sprouting broccoli. I probably sowed this early, but I was curious if it's gonna germinate. But we are just harvesting, or very close to harvesting, our purple sprouting broccoli. Just started, I've showed you. And this is the time, actually now we need to start from seed. It's got a very long growing season. So we're going to put this on, the purple sprouting broccoli. Also, the Holland laid winter cabbage. That needs potting on now, so that can go on a tray. Also, another cabbage, the Fieldkraut. We honestly only need probably 6 each, so the rest we don't need. I'm gonna take the peppermint chard as well. So we're gonna put on this as well. And really need to do, the only reason I've sown all these, oh, this is sorrel. This was an old seed packet. I wasn't sure if it's gonna germinate, and it did. Absolutely love sorrel. I thought it was spinach. Well, this one definitely needs potting on. So looks like another busy potting on day. Okay. So look at this. That's wheat that needs to come out. This as well. Looks like this got 100% germination. The RG lemon drop chili. So that can go there, closer to the light. Perfect. I'm very impressed how well the celery is germinated. So that's another chili, the Machu Picchu, that's doing really well. Again, we don't eat so much chili, so I try to not to put up too much. The long red of Florence, I am not really impressed with this one. We haven't got much at all of this onion, but never mind. Okay, if we go down here, what we've got in here, sweet banana pepper. I have got a feeling that this one is not gonna germinate. This was a very old seed for me, so I have got a feeling that this is not gonna germinate for us, friends. I was a bit worried about the Red Bull's horn, but I think something is happening. It's a bit on the dry side. Well, that's another thing, you know, sometimes you think the seed's no good, but it's just make sure this never dries out, especially when it's in a house and it's nice and warm. I can go there. I've got a feeling that this won't be germinating now for me, the marigold. That was a marigold old seed, and I really would like a marigold. So that one needs to go down on my shopping list as a companion plant. Let me just put this like this. Now, okay, up here, radish. The radish is looking good, and the beetroot. So that's the rainbow beetroot. Over here, I'm not sure how well you can see this, but it's got like different colored stems, so you can see that's gonna be what color is gonna be the beetroot itself. So if we have some golden, the yellow beetroot, we have got that like a very purpley light, and we got the deep purple, the proper beetroot color. This one is actually quite dry, so I'm gonna go and get some more water and water this real well. My preferred method of watering would have been rainwater, but I haven't got that set up yet. So at the moment we've used what we've got. So it's the tap water, borehole tap water. I'm gonna go all over the radishes as well. And we've got more beetroot. Beetroot came up really well. The bull's blood, and that's lovely pea in here, a couple. I've watered this by the looks of it. Okay, some cauliflower here. This one looking a bit sad, so I'm gonna remove that. Cayenne pepper, my home saved seeds, doing amazing. I think I'm gonna put on the Cosmos. These are our home saved seeds, so I'm very curious if they cross-pollinate or what we are going to end up with this year. That can go to that pot here. That goes to the grow room for potting on. That chicory is not germinating for us, so I don't know what's happening with those. And the Ingrid pepper, it's only one germinated, so I've got a lot more there, kale, spinach, but I'll leave that for another day now, because I think we've got enough potting on to do for today. I'm also going to the hospital with the owl, so this afternoon, so don't want to plan too much. All right. And down here, what's happened to my... I hope I haven't got a mouse in the house. Oh no! Look what's happened to all my sweet peas. I can't believe this. That was either my dog or we got a mouse. I am gutted, friends, because I was so chuffed with all these lovely sweet peas, and I was behind. The lettuces, Swiss chard and the kale are looking fantastic. Okay, I am absolutely gutted about the sweet peas, friends. So the one side, I'm not sure which side was that. This one is not germinated at all, but this side has already had an amazing germination. I try to see how many we can save, but we lost absolutely a lot. I honestly can't think of anything else than a mouse in a house, what is pretty scary. And I've never seen one, never seen any mouse droppings. We've got 2 dogs in a house where these plants are. First I thought that could be the dogs because we already chewed last week this sign, but that doesn't look like a dog's kind of. No, it literally looks like something just snapped it on the top of where the soil is. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna try to save it as much as I can. Obviously it's not much, but there is at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we're gonna have to re-sow in March. Sweet pea, usually sow sweet pea in January, so now we're gonna be really behind. But it is what it is. That's unbelievable, friends. This is my second mice accident. It's only the beginning of March. Right. So we're gonna deal with the sweet peas, and also we're gonna do lots of potting on. Let's see how far we can go. We've got cosmos, different varieties of cabbages, we've got Swiss chard, sorrel, purple sprouting broccoli. Yeah, let's get going. I'm gonna use up all the pots. I've ordered some more, should be here next week. And yeah, I've got all the pots ready, and I have separated all the purple sprouting broccoli. I've got the signs in. So I'm just pushing down with my finger as low as we can. Try to bury, but very gently, because these stems can snap really easily. And just push it down around that stem. So just to see how much I have buried, you know, so quite a bit. And I'll do the same in here, push it down. And just firm it around like that. Try to stand it nice and straight, and that's it. This can go now to the pots. So I use the taller pots. I've got some different size of pots in here. So I'm gonna use the taller ones with like a larger, more developed plants. Push it down right to the bottom. Perfect. And I'm gonna do the same with the cabbages. These brassicas, they look very similar. And they will grow really fast now. We're gonna plant all these out next month. And now I need to make sure I'm gonna label every single pot. So I just gotta go back to the house because I left the signs. I've got some more signs in the house. And then make sure every single pot has got a sign, because now I know how many times I'm going to do switcheroos. And half of the time I don't know what's what. Every single year I make that mistake, friends. Let's see if we can improve on it this year. I know it's lots of signs and it feels like waste of signs, but when you don't know what's what, then you know, can save ourselves headaches, and I think that's worth it. Okay, just do one more and that's plenty for us. We've already got in here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is enough. So I'm gonna discard the rest and do exactly the same with the Holland late winter cabbage. I'm just gonna go and make some signs first. I am doing well, so I have just potted on 2 different varieties of cabbages, the Fieldkraut and Holland late winter. Holland late winter, I think we got about 12 each, that's plenty for me. Also the purple sprouting broccoli, and I'm next on the cosmos. Just wanted to show you how well developed these little baby cosmos. I've called it a sweet kiss, but I'm honestly not sure what it is. I have home saved seeds. I mean, what I try to say, that I did sow the sweet kiss last year and I saved the seeds from one of those, so could be, or seashell mixed, but we just don't know. I am not sure if this can cross-pollinate, so, but what I'm gonna do with these, I've got loads, so I'm just gonna break this up a little bit, and then we're going to put this on, probably some of them singularly, some of them in chunks. We'll see how it goes. And I still got the sorrel to do and the peppermint Swiss chard, and the job is done for today, friends. So, okay. I'm just trying to think what would be the best to do. Just watering what I think needs watering over here is garlic. We're going to plant this garlic out this weekend. This weekend is going to be a gorgeous weather. So I'm planning to plant out all the alliums that will give us plenty free module trays again to fill up. And we're going to sow the tomatoes and the rest. Right, so what shall I do with these? I think I'm just going to do these pots because that's what I've got available. And then from these pots we will plant them out. And I'm running out now of the compost, so I need to seed some more compost and mix it with vermiculite. And we call it a day probably. It's gotta go to the hospital with Al in a couple of hours time. And then we're gonna go and see his mom, come back, have dinner. Oh, talking about dinner, I was gonna make something, but I've just never had time, never mind. Okay, need some more pots. I've been collecting these pots over the years, friends. I must have hundreds and hundreds of pots. And I'm still keep buying, although I was hoping to use or trial that soil blocking, but I don't know, I just don't feel it. It's quite messy and I like when things are quite neat and I don't know, I don't think so. I probably still gonna do some, but I'm not sure. Okay, let's think about this. How are we gonna do this, friends? Let's put the signs in. Back Cosmos. I think I'm gonna need to make some more sign for Cosmos. Although that's quite obvious. I always say that. Right. I'm gonna get a dibber what is thinner than this one. Come on. Oh, the true leaf is coming through now. True leaves are the second pair. So the first leaves, when the seed germinate, it's called seed leaves, and then the second pair are the true leaves. So we're gonna do a few. Again, I'm gonna push it down as much as I can. I know it doesn't work with everything, but to be honest, I even do it with the peppers. Some people say that's not the greatest idea, but it always worked for me. I like to bury them because then they just look like they're just stronger after. Okay, there you go. Okie doke. I'm gonna put that right there. So this is gonna take me a while because I've got literally thousands. And I do find it hard to throw things away. And I just don't know nobody actually who would like these seeds or want to grow. Otherwise I would have just give it away. Right. I'm gonna do a few with 4 holes, and some is just like bigger chunks, and see which one's gonna be better. I'm gonna experiment with it. So I had to finish vlogging today. The hospital rang that we can go earlier for our appointment, so I quickly got myself ready and I took Al to the hospital. Everything went well. And well, thank you so much for spending time with me today. I will continue this vlog, so we'll find out about kitchen projects and we're going to put on the rest of the seedlings. But for now, bye friends!